Good evening, everyone. Once again, we're going to continue our discussion. So our first session was all about introducing R and R Studio. So hopefully by this time, you know what an R Studio interface looks like. We said that there are four window panes here. Here is your source window. And by default, the console window is below the source or code window. For me, my preference is to put the console window on the right side because when we run a code here in the source window, it will generally, the output will also be generated here in the console window. And I find it easier to monitor or to look at the output if it's on the right as compared to if it's below. Okay, so that's the one of the reasons why I would rather put the console window to the right, console window pane. And by way of review, if your RStudio is arranged in such a way that your console is below, it's very easy to change the position. Just go to Tools, and then Global Options, and then you have here your pane layout. Okay, if your console is below, it should appear like this. Sorry, source window, and then the console is below. Okay, so the default of R Markdown is that the console is below the source. But as I said, I would prefer that the console be found on the upper right for easier monitoring of the results. So let me put the console there. And then OK, all right? And then your console will now be on the upper right side. Okay, so an R Markdown, as we said, is a lot better, a lot more powerful than R script. Okay, an R script will look like this. It will look like the R console, the console here. The difference between the R Markdown and the R script is that the R Markdown will have this portion called the YAML. Now, this is important for publishing purposes. Okay, for example, here you can see the output. It's an HTML document. When we open the new RMD file, you were actually asked, for example, I open again R Markdown. You were actually asked what output you want, either an HTML, a PDF, or a Word file. Okay, so for our purposes, we'll just choose the HTML file. And you can also choose whether to generate a document file, a presentation file. So you can create a PowerPoint presentation from here. And it's a lot more powerful than PowerPoint presentation, although the animation might not be that robust. But the advantage of having a presentation in R Markdown is that the code can be there. You can run the code in the presentation itself, and the output can be generated there in the presentation. Unlike yung PowerPoint na hindi mo naman mararun yung code doon, di ba? So, ika-copy-paste mo lang doon sa presentation. Dito kasi pwedeng live. Nagpe-present ka, tapos ando doon yung code, irarun mo siya and lalabas mismo. That's the advantage. Or you can create a shiny document, which is a web document, and you can choose some templates. If I click this one from template sa akin, baka iba yung nasa inyo kasi hindi pa kayo naglalagay ng mga packages na to. For me, I have this Tufte HTML document. May Flex dashboard ako dito. Okay, Flex dashboard is used for parang dashboard siya, no? Okay, so we'll not do that. Ka-cancel ko na lang yan. Okay, so hindi ko lang linagyan ng title kanina, no? And it was just meant to show you what an R Markdown. Once again, i-review lang natin kung ano yung itsura ng R Markdown. And what's important in an R Markdown is that it contains code chunks. Unlike an R script na walang code chunk. The purpose of this code chunk is that you can include this in your R Markdown, and then when you run this, the output will be shown here in the source window itself. So that when you print out, when you knit or render this document, the output, whatever's reflected here, will also be printed. Unlike kung R script siya, hindi lalabas dito yung hindi lalabas yung output dito. Okay? So, hindi mo siya mapiprint. with the output. All right. So those are the basic things, and there are many other there are many other advantages of using an R Markdown. Sabi nga natin ngayon, taken over na yung R Markdown ng kwarto, no? Ng kwarto document. All right. So now when you create R Markdown files, usually scattered dyan, no? Sa iba-iba yung lugar niyan. If you save, for example, you create one, save, separate yung file na yun. However, sometimes you might be needing to create a project. Pag sinabing project, you'll have several files, data files, tapos R Markdown file, maybe one or more R Markdown files, output files, and you may wish to put that in one folder. Okay, so dito papasok yung R projects. Okay, yung R projects, so suppose you're working on a particular assignment or a particular model. Okay, nagmamodeling kayo, gumagawa kayo ng model, tapos o kaya yung thesis nyo. Tapos ang thesis nyo, you can create an R project out of that, tapos ando dun lahat sa folder na yun, lahat ng mga files na related to your thesis. Okay, ando dun yung data file, ando dun yung mga ibang outputs, maybe a plot, maybe a graph. You can put that in that folder called the R project folder. Ang kagandahan ng may R project folder ka is that you're able to what's the term for that? You're able to manage or organize your files. Okay. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, salamat. I think I got it. No? Salamat. Okay, so how do you create an R project? Okay, so you create an R project by going to File, and then here, di ba yung nasa taas yan, new file. So you either open an R script, a Quarto document, an R notebook, R Markdown. So pareho siya dito, no? Yan yun, di ba? You can get it here, File, then new file. But we're not going to open a new file. What we're going to open is an R project. Click natin to, R project. And then we will be asked, anong R project ang gusto mong buksan? Okay? But before the R project, tatanungin tayo, may existing directory ka na ba for your R projects? In your case, wala pa, di ba? So, magkakreate tayo ng new directory. Okay? Tapos dyan sa directory na yan, pwede nyo dyan ilagay yung mga projects nyo. Okay, so let's open this. Tapos tatanungin kayo, ano bang i-open nyo? Anong project type ba yan? Is it a new package? Is it a web application, Shiny application? Is it a Quarto project? Is it a blog? Is it a book? So tinatanong tayo kung anong project. Kung mag-create kayo ng book, syempre, kasi class, as I mentioned before, R Markdown or Quarto has become so powerful na pwede ka na mag-create ng books out of this. Marami na akong nakikita na books created out of the package for R is Bookdown. So ngayon, pwede ka na rin using Quarto, pwede na rin mag-create ng book. So for our purposes, project tayo. We'll click project. Okay, tapos tatanungin tayo ng directory name. Okay, so directory name. So siguro for this, kasi ang ano natin, data, and tawagin na muna natin directory natin, data and data structures. No? Okay, let's call it data and data structures. And then, tinatanong tayo, create project as a subdirectory of. So, ang gagawin natin, let's create a directory. No? Parang a folder. Tapos doon natin nakalagay itong data structures na to. So, browse tayo. And for me, I'll just put it in my drive and in my desktop. Kayo, it depends on where you want to put it. No? So, in my desktop, mag-create ako ng isang folder. Okay, I'll write new folder. And I'll put here R projects dash, gawin kong, ano yung subject natin? MCF 302, no? 302.
320.
Sorry, 320. No, sorry, 320. Yan, MCF 320. Okay, depends on the name that you want. So I'll just Click open. Yan. So ito na, no? Yung directory name ko, data and data structures. And then dito, yung project ko nasa subdirectory nasa desktop ko. Ang pangalan niya, rprojects-mcfr20. Okay? All right. So once you have created that, okay, ito na. Create project na tayo. Create project. Click natin. All right. Okay. So what happened? Si R nagbukas ng isang instance ng project. So yung project name na to, ang pangalan Data and Data Structures. Okay, of course, you can create a new project kung ibang topic naman. No? Siguro pag nagsinimula natin yung quant mode, let's say next week or next week, create naman tayo ng panibagong project called quant mode. And then you can see here, the project name is Data and Data Structures. Kita din natin yan dito, our project natin, Data and Data Structures. And then sa files natin, iisan lang laman, nag-create automatically si R ng .r project. Later on, we're going to see what anong laman nito. For now, okay, di ba I shared a file to you, yung data structure. Okay, I shared a file to you. Kindly open that. Tapos i-copy paste natin. So palitan ko lang ng pangalan to. I-rename ko na lang para tanggalin name ng isang subject na. So data and data structures. And then I'm going to copy that, Control C. And then ipapasok ko siya dun sa kung saan ko create yung yung R projects MCF320. Diba? Andi dito sa project na to, data and data structures, diba? And then paste ko dyan. Paste. Okay? So you can see the difference here. Ito yung R project. Yung icon niya iba. Ito yung RMD file natin. So don't get confused. No? Magkaiba yan. Okay. So let me close this. And let me go back to the R. All right. When you look at this, yung R project na binuksan natin, nakita nyo may no? Andito na yung file. Nasa nasa project natin na yan. And you can see here, yung address nito, C users admin. Sa akin nasa desktop. And then nasa folder na R projects, MCF320, and then nasa data and data structure. Okay, so let me pause for a while and allow you to, baka masyado akong mabilis, follow along. And when you're done, please, which means done, makikita nyo na yung file dito, yung gagamitin natin. And then, pakichat ng yes, please. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask your question. Pakichat kung okay, no? Kung nakahabol, kung na-install yung yung data natin, yung file natin na RMD file.
Sir,
Yes.
I downloaded the file and then I will copy paste it inside
Sige,
the folder of our project.
Yes, oo. Sige. If you want
Alright, done with that, sir.
Done na, okay. Sige. Okay, good. So, yung create natin na na project, yung R, 'di ba naka-open pa 'yon, 'di ba? Makikita nyo doon you can see there the file that we downloaded to that folder, yung data and data structures natin. Okay. How about the others, please? Pa-feedback naman kung nakahabol or you're able to follow along. Okay, good. Thank you. We'll appreciate your feedback, please. And please feel free to ask questions. We will not, it's for your own sake. No?
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
I was able to copy paste lang, sir, dun sa location. How do I get it inside?
You get it. How do you get it inside?
Yes, sir.
So i-copy mo siya and then buksan mo yung Di ba, nag-create ka ng folder?
Yep.
Saan mo create yung folder?
So it's at the same location. Nandun na siya, sir. So double click lang.
Oo, ako, di ba, create ko dito sa desktop ko? If I
Yep.
click this, tapos di ba
Yeah.
nag-open tayo ng project na data and data structures? If I click that, dito ko pinaste sa loob ng folder na yun.
Alright. So, sorry.
Okay? It's okay. Inside that folder na data and data structure.
Sir,
Okay.
question.
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Opo. Nung inopen ko siya, naging hindi siya RMD file.
Okay, sige. Sandali. Tingnan natin ha. Kayan, kindly.
Yes
Si
po.
Kayan ba yun?
Yes po.
Kayan, pakishare yung screen mo.
Kaya po talaga ang mga control tower pins,
You cannot start screen.
Ay, wait. Stop share pala ako.
Ay, wait.
Kasi chine-check po ng mga engineers natin kung yung pinatay yung backcode po talaga ay pagka na sumusunod sa dapat na standards ng state po.
Kita niyo na po.
So, asan na yung file mo? Yan.
So, ida-download ko siya.
Okay, dinownload mo? Sige. Ang dami mo download niyan ha. Sige.
Tapos,
Sige, dinownload mo na?
ito po, opo.
So, asan na siya? Saan yung location niyan?
Nasa downloads.
Sige, open mo yung, punta ka sa downloads. Yan, sige. I-copy mo na lang siya. Control C.
Kaso, bakit po hindi siya Windows Media Player siya? Okay.
Windows Media Player. Okay, sandali Nung dinownload mo siya, hindi siya... Okay.
Pero RMD. Or need ko po ba siya
I-click mo nga siya, i-click. Dapat pag click mo siya, i-click mo siya, kaya na.
Ito po ulit.
Yan, oo. Sige. Click mo siya, click. Double click mo. Double click mo
Ito po. Double click.
double click mo.
Ayan.
Yan din, ano? Sandali. Tingnan mo yung folder na yan, yung naka-picture na folder.
Ito.
Oo. Okay. Sa'yo ba yun, Kayen?
Alin po?
O nasa office ka yata.
Hindi, nasa... Ay, saan? Ano yan?
Ano
Nasa
yung
bahay po.
Ano yung nag-uusap?
Yung sa TV. Wait lang po.
Akala ko nasa office ka eh.
Hindi po. Sorry.
Ba't nga pala Windows? Ba't WMP yan? Bakit hindi RMD siya? Strange.
Kasi kanina, nung tinry ko siya, akala ko ano siya, video.
Hindi. RMD file yon. Okay, sige. Ganito gawin ko Let me, pa-share ulit ako ng screen Okay.
Ay, sige.
Sige, let me share the file na lang. Okay, sa chat. Okay, chat. Okay, tapos to everyone. Okay, hindi pa naman nakabukas kasi hindi ako pwedeng mag-share kung nakabukas na yung file. Okay, nasa siya? Nasa downloads, I think. Downloads. Ito, data and data structures. Okay, i-share ko nga sa inyo, class. Paki-check mo nga kayo kung ito RMD file. So i-download mo nga yan. Let's see kung hindi ko alam kung bakit from Canvas tapos din na-download mo siya. Bakit Windows Media Player? Could you kindly try please?
Double click ko po.
I-download mo ito nasa chat.
Tapos sabi save as.
Sige, save as mo kunyari sa sa
desktop.
Pwede mo i-save as doon sa sa
doon mismo
folder
po
mismo. Oo.
Apo. Wait lang.
Na-create natin. I-locate mo yung folder na yun, yung data and data structures. Doon mo sa loob ng folder
Save po. Wait. So, ang title niya, okay lang na data and data structures.
Okay lang naman kasi .rmd naman yun.
Ayun. Okay na po. Our project siya.
Oo.
Okay. Thank
So,
you po.
okay, sige. Thank you. So, pag binuksan niyo yung, naka-open ba kayo yung R project mo? So, dapat makikita mo to, data and data structures yung R project. Tapos may isang file pa yung data and data structures na RMD. Ito yung linode natin dun sa sa folder.
Yes po.
Meron? Okay. So, now once you have that file in your project mismo, you can open that. Click natin to, open natin. So, lalabas na dito yan sa natin, sa environment natin. Okay? So, kindly please okay. Parang naiba yung sige, okay lang. Okay, kindly chat, please chat yes kung kung if you were able to open the file data and data structures. Okay, thank you. Good. All right. Okay, so parang naiba yung pangalan na to. Okay, anyway. So this is just introduction to our Markdown. All right. Okay, so we go here to data classes, and data structures. The objective of this lesson is for us to be familiar with the different types of data, the classes of data, and the structures of data that's used in R. So it's important for us to have a strong understanding of these data types and structures. Otherwise, we cannot really work comfortably with R, and we cannot really optimize the lessons that we can learn from R. In fact, in R, everything is all about data types and data objects. Okay, so it's important that we understand what data types and data objects are. So there are different types of data classes, okay, data types in R. Okay, meron tayong numeric, integer, character, logical, complex, and even raw data. Okay? So let's start with numeric. Pag numeric class, ano yung laman ng numeric? So yes, it's number. So let's write here's number, 1.2. Okay, this is an example of a numeric data. Okay, and when you say numeric, it takes the form of a real number or decimal number. Now, merong tatlong functions that tell us what kind of object a particular let's say number is. No? Yung una dyan, mode. So, kunyari, mode ng 1.2, enter, numeric siya. Tapos yung pangalawa, class ng 1.2, numeric din siya. And then the last one is the type of yung 1.2. Okay, you can now see that this is double. Okay? So iba-ibang classifications, pero iba-iba yung iba-ibang functions, iba-iba yung classifications ang binibigay nila. So the mode is just like the pinaka broad classification. Okay? Mode ng 1.2 is numeric. And then meron pang subclass, sub-classification which is class. And then meron pang sub which is type of. Si type of, sabihin natin pinaka lowest yung hierarchy ng classification. And kaya sa double kasi it has something to do with the precision that is given to the number. Okay, 1.2, double ibig sabihin, parang binibigyan siya ng, this is something to do with the bytes, no? Yung space na binibigay sa number na yan, kasi may decimal yan. So, parang ang accuracy, ang precision na binibigay sa kanya, quote-unquote double, as compared to an integer. Okay? So, take a look at an integer. Ang integer naman, how do you then denote an integer in R? So, ang alam natin ng integer, wala namang decimal place. But, let's see. Ang 3 ba, integer ba yan? Sige nga, check natin. Let's take a look at the mode. Pag mode ni 3, anong kakalabasan? Numeric siya. Pag class ni 3, numeric din. Pag type of ni 3, numeric, double din. So, ibig sabihin si 3, hindi integer yan. Even if it does not have a decimal place, yet, babasahin ni Aryan as a number that can accommodate a decimal place. So, for it to become a decimal, dapat lalagyan natin L. Okay, dito pala tayo. Here. 3 and then L. And now, that now denotes an integer. No? So, pag 3L, alam ni R na ano yan. Yung L dyan stands for long integer. Okay, so let's check. If I want to go to the previous codes class, I can just arrow up and arrow down. No? Yan. Arrow up. Isa pa, arrow up, class. Isa pa. Simulan ko sa mode. No? Mode ni 3L. So ano yung mode ni 3L? So it's numeric. No? And then I go to class. Ano yung class ni 3L? It's an integer. No? And then lastly, balikan ko yung type of. Type of ni 3L, okay? Integer din. So makikita natin, we can see here that a numeric value is different from an integer in terms of classification as far as class and type of is concerned. Sa mode, which is also a classification, pareho lang siya ng numeric, no? Numeric pa rin siya. Pero when you take a look at class now, yung 3L na yan considered as ang class ng integer as compared to yung 3 na ang class ng numeric. Okay? Do you get me, class? Any questions?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, good. Now, character. Okay. So, let me see. Yung hello world na to na madalas gamitin sa programming, hello world. Okay, if we type that, and then let's get the class. Class ni hello world. Okay? So, it returns an error term. Error siya. Bakit error? Hindi nare-recognize to ni R. Because, what are you writing? Is this a text? If this is a text or a character, dapat meron tong quotes. Okay? So, every time you write a character in R, dapat under quotes siya. There are only a few instances when you don't need to put quotes. No? Tingnan natin to. Control-C. Palitan natin dito. Oh, sorry, hindi na pala pwedeng palitan. So let me change this by Control-V. Hello world. Alright? And let's see what the class of this is. So yun, character na. No? Tingnan nga natin yung mode. Control-V. Hello world. Character din siya. Type of. Tingnan natin. Control-V. Okay. So walang problema sa character, no? Whether you check kung anong mode siya, kung anong class siya, kung anong type of siya, character siya. Ang iba dito yung numeric, di ba? At saka integer. Yung numeric at saka integer, pareho yung mode niya. Ang mode niya numeric. But when you go now to class, sa class, ang numeric pa rin, no? Di ba? Pero ang integer, ang class niya integer na. And then pagdating na yun sa type of, si numeric pa rin, pero si numeric double na, si integer pa rin. Okay, so I hope I'm not confusing you. So I just rediscuss yung mga differences sila in terms of mode, class, and type. Okay. So sa character, pwedeng you put it in double quotes or single quote. Walang problema. let's copy this. Control C. Single quote. Single quote. All right. Ito, single quote, no? If I press Control Enter. All right. So, print niya, no? Itong hello world na may single quotes, print niya. Na-recognize siya. And once again, if I remove the quotes here, I remove the quotes and I press Control Enter, diba? Nag-error siya. Hindi niya na-recognize tong hello world kasi there's no character na hello world na walang quotes. Okay. Now we go to logical. Si logical, okay, true or false yan. Alright, so true. Semicolon ko or pwedeng false. Alright, true or false. So yan, piniprint niya, true or false. Now, if I type, dito ko lang ita-type, false, no? Notice na iba siya, no? Yung false dito, walang quotes. Dito, may quotes. So what's the difference? The difference is that this, yung sinulat kong false sa may quotes, this is character. Ito naman, na walang character, it's a logical value. So that's accepted. Okay? So you don't put quotes sa true or false, no? Otherwise, if you put quotes there, but tatanggapin siya pero as a character. So i-check natin. Is that okay? So there's this function is that character, ano? Is that character? And then I type false. Yan. Tinatanong ko, character ba to? Yung is that character? False. Enter. Sorry yan. Yan. Is that character? Tinatanong ko kung character ba yung word na false. The answer is false. Mali. Hindi character yan. No? Is that logical? Is this a logical? Yan. Note that as I'm writing, I don't have to complete the code. Kasi magsasuggest na siya dito. Is that loaded ba? Hindi. Is arrow down ako is logical and then tab. Para lumabas yung code na yun. Para mas mabilis. You don't have to type everything. And then, let's say I put true. I put false again. Is that logical? False? Ang sinasabi niyan, logical ba yung ano yan? Yung expression na yan? The answer is true. Okay? So yung false na word, that's a logical data. No? Okay? Let's try another one. Is that logical? Is that logical? Okay, doon na naman si is that logical and then T. Okay, kindly try please. Logical ba yan yung letter T? O, dalawin natin. Dalawin natin, gawin natin C, combine si C and si F. Let's see. Okay, dito, dalawin tinetest ko, no? Is that logical? The letter T and the letter F. The C here means combine. Combine siya. Okay, what do you get, class?
Very true.
True. Okay, control enter. So, true, no? So, ibig sabihin yan, si letter T, logical yan. Si letter F, logical din siya. So, the word true or the word false can be represented by T, F. Okay, if we run this, then diba, T stands for true, F stands for false. Okay, but I suggest that when you're using true or false, it's best to use the whole word true or false. Kasi ito, pwede natin gamitin variable name or object name, T or F. But true or false cannot be used in any other way. Talaga naka-reserve yung ano yan, yung string of text na to. Okay, complex naman, I don't know if you recall your elementary algebra or high school algebra. Di ba meron tayong number na complex which is for example 3 plus 2i. Yan. 3 plus 2i. Ang complex number consists of a combination of a real number and imaginary number. So, is that acceptable as a data? Okay, let's enter that. All right, so tinanggap niya, no? Print niya dito 3 plus 2i. And then let's ask, is that character ba to? Is that character yung 3 plus 2i? 2i, imaginary number. Is that character? Control Enter. No, it's not character. Is that numeric? Is that numeric? Si 3 plus 2i? 3 plus 2i. No, it's not numeric. Is that complex? 3 plus 2i. Okay, true. Complex siya. Okay, so meron tayong the last type is yung row. Ito yung row bytes, representation to ng mga letters or numbers. So for example, okay, let's see. Let me use the function car. So there's this function car, ito, no? Car to row. Yan, this one. Ulitin ko, Car. Yan. Car to row, tingnan nyo, no? Convert to or from bit packed row vectors. Conversion to and from and manipulation of object type row, both used as bits or packed 8 bits. So this is something to do with bits. No? Character to row. Okay, so ano ko siya, i-run. Okay, so sabihin natin, hello world. We're here. Yan, kunyari, ito yung sentence natin. Ito yung character natin. Ang function na to, car to row. If I run this, alright, tignan nyo to, no? Mayroong corresponding, yung mga letters pala, may corresponding numbers yan. Okay? In terms of, dito sa R, I'm not so sure with other, softwares kung pareho lang yung, kung universal to, I haven't checked. No? Pero if we look, tingnan natin kung pareho lang. 1, 2, 3, 4, ito. 1, si hello, yung L, dalawang L, di ba? Ayun, 6C, 6C. Tama, no? Pareho siyang 6C. Tapos yung O dito, 6F. Tapos dito sa world, dito may O ulit, may 6F dito. No? So, tama, yung positioning niya, tama, 6F, 6F. Okay? So that's a raw data. No? It's more of the, parang sa ano siya, parang ito yung pinaka-basic na sa bits and bytes na yung representation because H is represented here by 48. No? Alright? Tapos meron din naman isa, row to car. No? Let's see kung, I'm not sure kung mako-convert to into Try natin Try natin. Row to, ito row to car. Yan. So ang syntax niya, X. Ito yung X yung object. Tapos multiple is equal to, so conversion to and from manipulation of objects of type row, both used as bits or packed 8 bits. Let's see. Copying ko lang to Row to car. Right. Ano yung X natin? Let me see. I'm not so sure if it will run kung ko-combine natin itong mga to. Or better still, ganito. let's create an object. I'll create an object called X. So X is equal to, X is equal to car to row ng hello world, we're here. Alright? So if I run enter, control enter, lalabas dito si X. So sabi niya, row data to, row, yung 4865. Tapos, dito, babalik tayo sa row to car. So, we're saying to R, paki-convert si X, ito yung X natin, di ba? Yun. Okay, pwede na ba yan? Tingnan natin kung, dapat to small t. If this is correct, dapat lalabas yung hello world, we're here. Tingnan natin, let's see, no? Row to car, error, no? Could not find function row to car. Ano mali dun?
Sa akin, sir, nag-appear, sir.
Nag-appear? Okay,
Yes.
sandali.
Yes, sir.
Baka may mali ako eh. Row to, may mali ba akong spelling? Ito, row to car. Tapos X. Okay, so dapat mag-a-appear dyan kasi yung X ko is ito eh. Yan. Ito yun, yung create natin kanina. So if I run this, dapat mag-a-appear yung, ayan, hello world, we're here. Kamali yata akong spelling kanina ng car. Ayan, di ba? So, of course, hindi naman natin gagamitin yung more on sa ano na yan, sa machine assembly, sa mga nagpo-program talaga na ano na hindi yung high level na programming. Sa atin kasi high level programming na. Yung parang ano na parang programming na gumagamit na ng similar to human language which is high level programming. Yung machine assembly, yung mga bits and bytes, when I was in college na medyo gumagamit kami ng siyempre kinalimutan ko yun. Ang ginagamit pa namin yung Fortran, no? Formula translation. Kasi engineering yung background. So, medyo mahirap, no? Okay, so anyway, so these are the different types of data that we can think of in R. We will just be focusing, of course, to yung hindi naman natin titingnan na yung si raw data, hindi na yun. Okay, we also have other types of data like time. Okay, date and time. Sige, magbigay tayo ng isang example, no? Okay, control. Okay, ano yung shortcut class ng ano? You recall the shortcut to create a code chunk? Anyone?
Sir, Control-Alt-I.
Yes, control.
Alt-I.
Correct. Control-Alt-I for Windows. For Mac, ano? Command
Option
I.
I.
Yan. Okay. So depende sa machine na ginagamit nyo, no? Control-Alt-I for ano. Huwag nyo kakalimutan yung mga ano yan, yung mga shortcut kasi alam nga namang magta-type kayo ng ganito, no? Ang tagal niyan, di ba? So mas mabilis kung alam natin yung shortcut. Alright. So here, sige, mag ano tayo ng date, no? Mag-sample tayo ng date. Let's suppose, okay. Ito ba 2023 dash binatin 2022 dash 12 dash 31. Okay, paano babasahin ni Aryan pag control enter natin? All right. So, ano tong 1979 na to? 1979. Ano kaya yan, no? 2022 12 31. Bakit siya naging what do you think?
Minus na, sir.
Tama. Minus niya. 1979. Hindi naman natin sinasabi na date yan, di ba? Okay, let's see. Pagbigyan naman natin ng code siya, 2022-12-31. Okay. Magiging ano na siya? Control enter. Alright. So ano to? Tingnan nga natin kung anong class yan. Class. Okay, bigyan natin ng pangalan para mas madali, no? I'm going to call this A, object A is equal to. So A is equal to 2022-12-31. And if I run this, pag rinara natin isang line ng code, you can go anywhere. Sa simula, sa gitna, kahit saan dyan, kahit sa dulo, no? Kahit anywhere in the middle of the line, then control enter nyo lang. Okay, so we can see now that in the values A, meron na tayo ditong object, no? Si 2022-1231. Okay, and let's try to see ano ba yung class ni A. Ayan, class, kita nyo, class of A. Diba kanina nakita natin yung type ng data kung ika-class natin siya. Class of A, okay, character siya, hindi siya date, no? Check natin, is that date? Ayan. Wala palang date, is that, walang date, ha? Gulat ako, ha? Oh, no, walang date, no? Okay, anyway, so, all right. So, balik natin, ha? Okay. Okay, now, paano kung gusto kong date dapat yan? Paano kung date dapat yan? Okay, may function sa R. And later on, kasi ano tayo, di ba? This is anong subject natin? Trading software. So, kaya nga nagsisimula tayo sa software talaga, and R, as I mentioned, will be the main software, and yung subject trading. So, gagamitin natin to sa portfolio creation, sa paggamit ng mga indicators, yung mga Bollinger Bands, etc., to be used for trading. So that's the main focus of this subject. But we cannot escape knowing the fundamentals of R, kasi R lang ginagamit natin na software. So may function, kunyari, ito year kasi, di ba? Let's try to convert this, yung YMD, okay, YMD, tingnan natin kung mag-work to, no? Year, month, day. May function na ganyan, no? Tapos sabi ko, YMDCA, tingnan natin, control enter. All right. Now, hindi nag-run, no? Could not find the function YMD. Okay, bakit? Kasi si YMD, nasa ano yan? Nasa package na lubricate. Okay, so for us to be able to make use of this function, itong YMD na to, dapat i-install natin yung package yan. So control Alt-I, okay? So install muna natin si install.packages, okay? So ang package yan, lubricate, there. Okay, this is a very important package as far as manipulating data is concerned. Okay, for us finance people, importante yung dates kasi many of our data time series talagang date-based, no? Okay, install natin to. Nasabi ko na ba sa inyo, class, kung paano mag-install ng package? Diba? We have learned that, right? Paki-confirm, please.
We did, sir. Ma-install tayo
Okay.
last time.
All right, good. So install that packages. All right. So yan, nag-install na siya. Okay, hintayin natin na mag-go na dito sa sa console natin. Makikita naman natin eh. Okay, ano sinasabi dito? There is a binary version available, but the source version is later. Okay, installing. Okay, nag-install pa siya. Installing package as live is unspecified. Okay. Ano nangyari? There is a binary version. What happened, class, sa pag-install nyo? Ganito rin ba?
Sir, meron yan, but I went
Okay na,
past
sir.
that.
Sorry? Ano nangyari dito? Version later.
Yan, nakita ko po yung message na yan, pero meron pang sumunod na mga
Okay.
items.
So wala pa sa akin, no? Hintay ko lang. That the source version is later. How about the others, class? Mabagal lang siguro tong computer ko.
Sir, okay
Okay
naman
na,
po.
sir.
Okay na sa inyo ba? Oh, buti sa inyo ah. Sa akin hindi pa oh. Escape ko nga siya. Okay. Actually, hindi ko na kailangan install to kasi meron na ako nito eh. Pero, ba't siya naghahang? Wait, tingnan ko to. Ayun. Do you want to install? Okay. Sige, yes na lang. Yes, yun pala. May message pala doon. No? Ayan, okay na. No? So, once you install the package, class, pwede nyo i-check yan dito sa packages. Sa packages, okay, let's click this, packages, and then dito sa search, Lubri, no? Lubri lang, L-U-B, lalabas na dito. So, what do you do, class, after you install a package? Are we automatically able to access the functionalities of that package? Yes or no?
No.
No. Ano dapat ang gagawin? I-load natin.
Library.
Yes, library or require, no? Pareho lang yon. Require the package. So pwede yon. That can also be done here. No? If I click this one, tingnan nyo to i-click ko. Tingnan nyo tong console ko, kung ano mangyayari. Click ko, automatic na, no? Nag-library na siya. So you either type library lubricate or you go to the packages here and click nyo, no? And then, siya na mismo maglaro ng code na library. Alright. So dito, making dealing with dates a little easier. I-click muna natin. It's always good practice, class, to look at a particular package. Click natin to. So magbibigay ng help yan. No? Dito may description file, tapos may user guides. Tingnan muna natin tong description file dito. Click natin. Okay, so sabi dito, the package is lubricate. Make dealing with dates a little easier. The current version is 1.9.1. Then it tells us here who the authors are. Si Vitaly Spinu. Okay? Siya yung author and creator. Andito din si Garrett Grolmund. Mga kilalang kilala to sa R, no? Si Grolmund. Mga authors to eh. Si Wickham. Ito lalong si Wickham. Author ng ggplot2, author ng dplyr, author ng tidyverse. Si Davis Bond, etc. No? Ito yung mga authors. Okay, I'm not sure about CTB, contributor yata to. CTB is contributor. So si Grolmund at saka si Wickham, both are authors. Okay, pero ang creator daw si Vitaly Spinu. So siya yung pinaka parang lead na billing, no? All right. So it tells us ano ba yung ginagawa nito. It functions to work with date times and time spans. Fast and user-friendly parsing of date and time data extraction, updating, etc. So this has something to do about dates. So if you're working with the data that deals with date, importante yung lubricate. Okay? All right. So it depends on our version 3.2. So okay naman tayo dyan. All right. So balikan natin to. And you can find here the different functions. Ayan. Lahat ng mga yan, functions yan. Okay, for example, yung kanina sinabi ko, no, itong YMD. Andi dito yan. No? Nasa Y. Ayan, Y, DM, it parses year, tapos, asin YMD ito? Parses year, month, day, YMD. Okay, so pwede natin gamitin to, no? Alright, sige, balikan natin to. Yung ginagawa natin kanina, ito, no? So, na-install na natin tong lubricate, na load na rin natin. I'm now going to, ito ko ng panibagong, panibagong code chunk. Alright? Then, gawin kong, yung A na object na yan, gawin kong year YMD, no? YMD tapos A. Kasi si A, ito si A eh, di ba? Or I can just type 2022-12-31. Pero kasi si A naman represents that, pwede na si A na ganyan, no? Yan. So ngayon, okay, ganito pa rin siya, pero tanungin ko is that, pwede may date na ba? Ayan, meron na, no? Kanina wala, hindi ko nakita to kasi hindi pa naka-load si lubricate. Okay, that's the difference. A while ago, I was looking for this, and I'm confident that there's a function called is.date. Kaso, it's coming from lubricate. And a while ago, when I did that, lubricate has not yet been loaded. So, hindi pa siya available. So, ito. Is that date A? No? Kasi si A ginawa na natin, ano eh. No? Wait. Dali lang may mali pa tayo dito. Is that date? Okay, false. Bakit false? Kasi dito, sa code na to class, ginawa lang natin YMD si A. Okay, pero si A, character pa rin yan. No? Character pa rin siya. If I want that A be changed into a YMD, so I will have to write A is equal to YMD. Okay, you get it? Anong nangyari lang kasi dito, pinagawa ko lang kay R na kunin niya yung year month date ni A. So ginawa naman niya, no? Pero sa A, di naman natin binago si A, ano pa rin siya, character pa rin siya. Now here, I'm making A now YMD. Tingnan natin. YMD na siya. Tapos i-check ko nga kung is that date si A. O yan, true na, date na siya. Okay? If I get the class of A, yan, date na siya. In fact, if I tweak WDA, okay, may ganang ding no? WDA ni A. Okay, so 7 siya. Okay, tingnan natin yung pwede kasi natin gawing to. Let me see. Pwede natin gawing WDA and then abbreviation, ayan no? Label is equal to false, which is the default. No? So gagawin kong label is equal to true. Label is equal to true para i-convert niya kung ano yung 7 na yan. Okay, yung X natin is A and then label is equal to T or true. Tingnan natin. Control Enter. Diba? Naging Saturday na siya. Sinabi niya na yung kaninang 7, Saturday yun. Kasi ang default na levels, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday hanggang Saturday. Okay? So here we were able to work with this. Una, nag-create tayo ng object na A. Tingnan nyo nung sinabi natin A is equal to YMD of A, take a look at what happened to the object A. UTC na siya, no? Okay, which is universal time coordinate yata. Universal time coordinate, which is before GMT to, no? Yung Greenwich Meridian Time. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, pero ito yun na yung, kung titingnan natin yung mga yung mga latitudes, yung time zones, ito na yun, UTC. Okay, any questions so far? To this example ng dates? Questions? Am I going too fast, class? Or okay lang so far?
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. So let's be very comfortable working with dates. And marami pang marami pang functions yan. On your own, pwede nyong, ang kagandahan nitong mga help function dito, kunyari. Alright, so let me see. Hanap tayo ng example. Okay. Yung today or now, madali naman yun. Okay, tingnan nyo, now, no? It gives us the current date and time. If I click this, okay, yan, no? Now, today, ito pwede nating i-run. Tingnan nyo, i-run natin to. Run examples. I'll run this. Okay, tingnan nyo, lahat i-run niya. Okay, yung now, kung i-copy natin to sa console, yung now na to, ito yung lalabas na result. Now is 2023, February 11, 2015, 18. No? Ito na yung plus 8 na sinasabi ko, GMT plus 8. Right? So now, GMT, ano to? Greenwich Meridian Time. Ito na yung time ng London. No? GMT is London time. So ngayon sa London, it's February 11, 12:15 in the afternoon. Okay, 12:15 in the afternoon yan. Sa atin 2015 kasi ahead tayo ng 8 hours. Alright, then now, ito, quotes. Okay, quotes now. Pareho lang, no? Walang pagkakaiba dito sa dito sa now dito. About itong now is equal to now. Sabi dito, with boot true if a computer process both at the same instant. Okay. Anyway, so hindi masyado magaganda iba. Yung today naman, ang ibibigay lang yan, yung date na yan. Yung now, yung kasama yung time. Okay. So if I run this again, for example, ito. Pag rinan ko ulit yan, mababago na to. Siguro hindi na 12:15, baka 12:16 na. Or the second itself. Kasi pag rinan natin yung now, it gives us yung pati yung hours, minutes, and seconds. Kasama yon. Okay, so I think we've had enough examples with dates. No? Importante sa atin date na yan. We use the lubricate package. Okay, this one I discussed already. Yung assignment, no? Yung giving a value to an object. So for example, ito, assign value 1 to A. So how do we do that? So A, diba, is equal to 1. Tama? Assign value 1 to A. Now, ang tawag dito na equal na to, it's called your assignment operator. Kasi we're assigning the value of 1 to A. However, there is a better way. Instead of using A is equal to 1, did we discuss already yung assignment operator, class? Did we already discuss the assignment operator? How does it look like?
Not sure, sir. Parang
Not yet.
hindi pa.
Okay. So ang assignment operator na ginagamit kadalasan is this one. A, and then, oops, sorry. Control G and delete. So let me A and then less than, minus, and then 1. Okay, this is the often used na assignment operator. Now, why are we discouraging the use of equal to dito? Kasi minsan sa mga code, gagamitin natin yung equal to for an equation. Eh kung yung equation na yun, you have let's say an assignment operator and equation at the same time. So that will cause confusion. Okay? So ang ginagamit na assignment operator, which is equivalent to equal to, is this one. A, and then less than, minus. All right? Clear so far, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, syempre, ang tagal niya, no? Shift, less than, tapos minus. Tatlong keyboards. Mas madali kung ito. Okay, shortcut yun, class. Ang bilis. And ang bilis, oh. So what was I pressing? I'm pressing Alt minus. So let me type A, Alt minus 1. Try nyo nga, class. Sa Mac, I think it's also Alt minus sa ano, or Command minus ba? Kindly check, those of you who are using Mac. Alt minus, okay, thank you. Okay, so shortcut din yan, no? So this is called your okay, assignment operator yan, ha? Huwag kalimutan, assignment operator. Okay, so it's equivalent to equal to, no? A equal to 1, so we're assigning 1 to this variable A. Okay, that's why it's called an assignment operator. All right, then let's talk about printing this. So how do I print yung value ni A? Well, 3 ways, no? Number 1 is just write A. Okay, A. Okay, by the way, class, yung A kanina, if I run this, tingnan nyo, di ba yung A kanina, ito yung time, di ba? Date. If I run this, okay, ma-overwrite yung A dito, yung existing na A, magiging 1 na siya. Okay, let's do that. Run natin to, Control Enter. Okay, tingnan nyo si A dito, 1 na siya. Okay, na-overwrite na yung dating A. Okay? So how do we print A? We print A just by writing A. A, and then you'll notice na ipiprint siya dito, pati sa console. Yan. Or another way is to write print. Print A. Pareho lang yan, A or print A. Then nag-print ulit siya, no? Print A. Or if you want that one, when you do the assignment operator, lagyan natin dito. So A, okay, alt minus 1. What you can do, if you want to immediately print it without you writing A or print A, lagyan nyo ng open and close parentheses. Yan. Sige nga, try nyo i-run yung class and see what happens. O, gawin natin itong 5 para ma-override to, yung 1 na yan. Please tell me what happened. Did A automatically print when you run that? Hello? Class?
Sir, nag-5.
Oh, yes, nag-5, nag-print, di ba? So
Yes.
which means automatically nag-print siya. No? The question was, how do we print A? We said 2 ways, 3 ways, in fact. Write A, write print A, or put the code in parentheses, yung A assigned to 5. It will automatically print. So i-check na natin class kung ano yung class ni A, class of A. So I can run 2 codes here. Yung isa, ipiprint niya si A, tapos pangalawa, ilalagay niya kung anong class. Control Enter. Alright, so yan, ano? Sinabi niya dito na print niya si A, tapos si A numeric. Had this been 5L, okay? Pag 5L yan, ano sana lalabas yan? Control Enter. Integer sana siya, no? Okay? Kung type of, ganun din. Gawin natin ulit itong 5 plus ni A and then type of A. We know that it will generate 5 numeric and then double. No? Kasi si A is numeric. Control Enter. 5 numeric and then double. Diba double yung yung numeric, diba? Yung type of niya. It has something to do with the precision that you put to that number. Okay, yung spelling. Okay. All right, next. Tingnan natin to, no? Quickly, assign integer 3 to B. Madali lang to, no? Assign natin kay B siya. B, alt minus, integer 3, 3L. And then print, isang ano na lang, print natin, and put in parentheses, or semicolon B, and then class ni B. Okay, mga simple commands lang naman yan. So B is assigned, the value 3, integer is assigned to B, and then class ni B, run natin to. Okay, so print si B, which is 3, and then class ni B is integer. Okay, so far these are very easy to understand, self-explanatory. Okay, clear so far, class? Any questions so far? Paki-chat naman please kung okay tayo so far. Okay, thank you. Okay, how about the others? Kung clear ba or any questions? Di naman ako mabilis,
Clear,
class.
sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay lang pace natin?
Yep.
Okay, pag may questions feel free to interrupt me kasi I might be going too fast and I don't believe that this is a sprint, no? This is a marathon kasi isang term tayo magkakasama. So, mas maganda kung you be open with your questions. Okay, and usually naman pag masters hindi ko problema yan. Kasi I'm sure you'll take responsibility for what you know and what you do not know by asking questions. Okay? So, nasagutan natin to, di ba? Yung class. What kind of object is it? Ang pinaka-high level yung mode. No? Tapos yung class a bit lower. Tapos yung type of isa yung pinaka-mas mababa. Okay. All right. Okay, so there are some other functions here. Names, length, attributes. So, tingnan natin to, Names. Okay, so let's okay. In R, meron tayong ano no, meron tayong makukuha na ano na mga packages na may mga kasamang that come with ito natin lagay. That come with data sets. Okay. So tingnan natin to ha. Dito, let's put a Control Shift I. Okay. A Control. Okay, nakakalimutan ko na siya. Control Shift at saka Control Alt. Control Alt I. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at there's this function, there's this package called datasets. Yan. So i-access natin to. Datasets, the R datasets package. Click natin siya, and it's the same as putting 2 question marks here. Tapos search results. So maraming klase, no? So punta na lang tayo dito sa packages. Okay, let's see datasets. Datasets. So if you type data S, may nakita kayong datasets class? Did you see a package called datasets there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Naka-check na ba siya?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes po.
Question, in-install ba natin yan?
No.
No. Linode ba natin yan? Nag-library ba tayong datasets?
No.
No. Bakit siya naka-check? Kasi it already comes pre-packaged. Ibig sabihin yan, that package is already available for our use pag nag-open tayo ng R. That's why we don't need to install it. Okay, clear, class? So may mga ganung packages na ano na. Another one, tingnan natin ha. Tingnan nyo itong stats package. STATS. Tingnan nyo. Ayan no, naka-check na rin, no? The R stats package. So you don't need to install that, you don't need to load that because it already comes pre-loaded when you open R. Okay? So tingnan na lang natin yung datasets. I just want to show you something. Datasets. Datasets. Okay, buksan natin to, no? Click natin si datasets. All right, here you can find different datasets that come with R. We can access this, no? Yan, iba-ibang datasets. Yan. So pwede nyo experiment, tingnan nyo kung ano laman ng datasets na yan. Okay. Pero ang gagawin natin, class, is we will, ito may Titanic, no? Root growth, etc. But let's see a dataset. Kasi gusto ko lang pakita sa inyo itong mga function na to, yung names, yung length, yung attributes. Yung names kasi, okay, so let's open, i-load muna natin si dplyr. Okay? Dplyr. Okay, paki-check nga kung may dplyr kayo dito. Dplyr. Sa packages, paki-check. DPLY. Kindly tell me if none. Okay. None. Ibig sabihin, hindi nyo pa naloload yan. Hindi pa na-install, ano? And then check din natin sa tidyverse. Tidy. Tingnan nyo nga. Tidyverse. Yan. Do you have it sa packages nyo?
None, sir.
None din. Importante yan sa atin. Gagamitin natin si tidyverse. So we're going to install it now. And then isa pa. Tingnan natin. Pacman. May Pacman ba kayo? Hindi si Manny to ha.
Wala po.
Wala rin. Okay. So now, what were the steps in order to install a package? Diba una, install that packages. Tapos pag nag-install na, i-require na o ila-library na. Right? Tama, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ngayon, may shortcut. Yun nga yung sinare ko ng video sa inyo. No? So, I hope you'll also watch that. No? So, let me just tell you one of the shortcut. And that shortcut is install muna natin si install muna natin isang package na install the package si Pacman. Then, we only install once. Then, pag gagamitin natin next time na, ila-library na lang natin. Alright, paki-install nyo. Na-install ko na, kaya hindi ko na-install. Then, afterwards, after that, i-library nyo siya. Library Pacman. So, you know what to do. Okay, so I'll just comment this out para hindi na maran. Comment. Yung hashtag na yan, ibig sabihin comment. So if I run this code chunk, hindi mag-run yan. Okay, by the way, I keep on forgetting, class, that yung mga code chunk natin, dapat linalagyan natin ng pangalan. Okay, for example, ito, packages. Okay, tapos ito, maybe YMD function. Mga ganyan. Okay, di ba? Kasi, pag walang mga pangalan yan, later on you would want to access a particular assignment, kunyari. Assignment, etc. So that it will be indexed, and when you look for that, dito sa ilalim dito yung sa chunk dito, no? Madaling makita kasi may pangalan. Unlike this one, chunk 2, chunk 3, generic siya. No? Walang pangalan. So, chunk 7, it will be very difficult to find a particular code chunk if you need it later on. Okay, na-install na ba si Pacman, class?
Yes,
Na-install
sir.
na si Pacman. Okay, lagyan ko rin dito ng Pac.
Yep.
Okay. Now, once you installed Pacman, okay, ila-library ko siya dito. Control Enter. Alright, we can make use of the facility of the function of Pacman. Okay, gamitin natin si Pacman. So, ilalagay ko lang dito Pacman and then double colon. Alright, so what will this do? This is telling me that I'm going to use Pacman. Pag nag-double colon ako, mag-spell out niya yung mga different functions that's available there. So marami to, no? Ayan, no? P library, etc. So there are plenty of functionalities that are available with Pacman. Simula sa P author hanggang sa P vignette, no? Okay, ang kailangan natin P underscore load. Yan. P load. Okay, anong ginagawa ni P load? Take a look at this. It loads one or more packages. So this function is a wrapper for library and required. If it checks to see if a package is installed, if not, it attempts to install the package from CRAN or any other repository in the Pacman repository list. So ang ginagawa nito ni Pacman, titingnan niya muna kung yung i-load natin is installed. If it's not installed, i-install na niya. Pagkatapos, ilo-load na rin niya. So ito, automatic, no? Parang one-stop shop. No? So let's run this pload, and then i-load natin si tidyverse, okay? Si dplyr, lagyan pa natin, dplyr, and then si ggplot2, okay, sino pa ba? Font mode, ilagay na natin. Yan. Mga kakailanganin natin next time. TTR, yan. Performance analytics, ilagay na rin natin yan. Performance analytics. Yung mga kakailanganin natin sa the next few sessions. Performance analytics, ano pa? Quandel, okay? So these things, yan na muna, no? Okay. Sabi nyo kanina, wala pa kayong tidyverse, dplyr, ggplot2, quant mode, etc. When we use Pacman, package load, ang gagawin niya, i-install na yan. Tapos ilo-load din niya. So tingnan natin, ha. So let's run this. TTR is technical trading in R. Quant mode, that was supposed to be our lesson today, pero kasi hindi pa natin na talaga yung data structures. So next meeting na yan, no? Okay, i-run natin to. Okay. And then go back to package. I-click nyo, i-find nyo si tidyverse. T-I-D-Y. Ano ba spelling ko hindi? Tidyverse. And tell me if it's already installed there and also loaded. Pakisagot, class. Tidyverse, tignan nyo rin si quant mode. Kung naka-install na dun sa package nyo at saka check. Ibig sabihin, linode niya automatically. Okay? Paki-unmute or paki-chat please kung if you check the packages, tapos chinek nyo kung naka-check na ba si tidyverse. Kung may tidyverse na kayo dyan, first, and second kung naka-check na siya. Kasi if you have, ibig sabihin, Pacman loaded it, and then Pacman also, Pacman installed it and loaded it at the same time. And syempre, medyo, I think it will take time kasi si tidyverse, may mga ibang laman na ano yan, na packages na kasama niya. In fact, si dplyr kasama kay tidyverse. Waiting for your feedback class, ha? Pause ko muna to, no? Okay, it's taking some time. Stop share ako. Okay, could you kindly share your screen, please?
Sige po.
Tingnan natin yung kay Rap. Okay, dinoad niya yung si Pacman, no? So, payload, tidyverse, dplyr, ggplot2, quant mode, ttr, performance analytics, quandel. Okay, tapos tingnan natin. Quandel successfully unpacked. Could you kindly go up, please? Dun sa console, scroll up na tayo. Tingnan natin yung mga sinabi dyan. Sabi dito, tingnan pa natin, ha? Okay. Done kay ggplot. So, sinasabi naman niya dito kung na-load din. No? Ito yung mga kasama kay tidyverse. Dami, no? Yan. Mga kasama kay tidyverse yan. Okay. Sige. So, mukhang okay naman. Sige. Okay na yan. Tingnan nga natin sa, sa packages.
Sa packages, sir, I only see yung ggplot. So, tidyverse, wala po.
Wala tidyverse.
Wala rin.
dplyr, ibig sabihin hindi na-load si parang hindi na-load si tidyverse. Okay.
Pero yung ggplot.
Wala rin si ggplot kasi ggplot, magkakasama yan sila. Sige nga, i-ano natin. Tingnan mo yung quant mode. May quant mode, Kasi separate yan. TTR, meron din yan.
Yeah, I saw it.
Meron yan, kasi magkasama naman si quant mode at si TTR. Performance analytics.
Yun lang dalawa na
Wala rin, no? Walang performance. Wala.
Wala po.
Okay, sige, check natin. Quandel.
Wala din po.
Wala rin. Okay, sige. Pag ganyan, siguro it might be best to, hindi nag-work siguro si Pacman, So, subukan mo nga dito sa console na lang. Sa console, wrap. Yan, sige. Yung payload ulit, no? Payload kay tidyverse muna. Let's try. Balik ka dun sa...
Sir, wait lang. May sa akin. May isang window na nag-appear. Kailangan ko mag-click ng okay.
Sige. Sige, okay mga. Asan na yung window
I
na yun?
already did.
Okay. So, ibig sabihin,
So,
may process pa siyang ginagawa, no?
parang yung kanina din sa inyo, sir.
Oo, yeah. Kanina, naghihintay ng yes or no.
Ano ba? Wala pa din.
Sige, hintayin natin. Nag-ano pa ba? Are you the one clicking?
Wala na, sir, ano.
Sige,
Wala
tingnan mo nga
naman
yung,
ano yun.
i-type mo nga ulit sa search, sa package, yung P, tidy. Tingnan natin kung nag-load siya. Wala, no?
Wala po.
Wala, okay, sige. Ano na lang, ulitin natin. P_load.
Dito na lang, sir.
Dyan na lang sa console. Small p, P_load, and then si tidyverse muna. Okay, let's check. Tidyverse.
Okay na yan, sir.
Sige, tingnan natin yan. Ay,
Ay, sorry.
Tanggalin mo yan. Yan, okay. Control enter yan. Let's wait.
Ay.
Bakit nagra-run siya? Bakit parang okay na? I-arrow up mo nga.
Sorry. This one, sir, tama?
Hindi dyan. Arrow up. Yan. Para ulitin lang yung ano. Para ulitin yung previous na.
Tapos,
Control enter mo nga. Control enter.
Ganun.
Nagko-control enter naman siya. No? Pero, bakit parang hindi na rin na-run yan? Interesting.
Window.
Sige, i-check natin.
Sa akin, sir, pag nag-payload, nag-error.
Nag-error?
Could not find function P_load.
Ina-install mo na ba si Pacman?
Yes, sir.
Check mo kung sa packages kung naka.
Actually, sir, pareho kami nung naging itsura nung kay Rap. Kaya
okay.
tinry ko rin yung payload,
Oo.
tidyverse. Tapos nag-error in payload, tidyverse siya.
Okay.
Could not find function payload.
Alright. So, check mo kung naka-load si Pacman. Check nyo nga kung sa packages, i-type mo Pacman. Diyan naman si Pacman. Ano? So, naka-load siya.
Yes, sir. Meron.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yung payload na yan, galing kay kay Pacman. So, sige. Hindi natin ma-decipher ngayon. So, let's just install that packages na muna. Sige. Wrap ba't mo wrap? Ibalik-balik mo muna yung ano.
Ay, balik, sir. Alright, sige pa.
Tingnan natin, sige. Yung regular na pag-install. Sige. Diyan sa console na lang. Install that
Console,
packages.
alright. Tapos, yung install.
Yung dati, you don't have to type everything, Pag nakita mo install that packages, i-tab mo na para sige. Close, open and close quotation. Yan. Pag tidyverse, pag install that packages, dapat may open and close quotes. Yan. Sige. Tingnan natin kung
currently loaded.
sige, sige, restart mo restart. Kasi pwedeng ang mga possibilities yan, yung version ng R, no? Pero bagong install yung R mo, di ba?
Yes, sir. Nung first meeting natin.
Oo. Tama. So there should be no problem. Ano sabi dyan? Warning install, unable to access package. Ayan. Na-install na, no? Na-install na. Sige nga, i-check mo sa sa packages, yung tidyverse. Ayan, naroon na. Naroon na siya, no? Okay. Tingnan mo si ggplot2.
I-check ko, sir, to. Tama,
Pwede.
para mag-deploy.
Para ma-library siya. Tingnan nyo, when we did library ng tidyverse, ano nangyari? Ayan, yung may mga check. Kasama daw si ggplot2, si table, si tidyr, readr, per, deployr, stringr, forecaps. Kasama siya. Tapos, tingnan nyo pa, I hope nakikita nyo yung screen ni Rap, no? Meron dyan, deployr, tapos, filter, mask, stats, filter. So what does that mean? Ang ibig sabihin yan, yung filter na function na yan can be found in deployr at saka kay stats. Ngayon, ang ibig sabihin ng masks, pag gagamitin mo yung filter, ang magpe-prevail yung filter na function ni deployr. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Parang kunyari, linagay mo lang filter. understood ni R na dplyr yung filter na function na yun. Pero kung kailangan mo yung filter na coming from stats, you have to write stats, then double colon, then filter. Para alam ni R na, okay, you want to use the filter function of stats, no? And not the dplyr. Pero kung gusto mo dplyr, you don't need to write dplyr and then double colon filter kasi minask na niya, no? Ang magpe-prevail yung dplyr. Okay? So I hope that's clear, class. Ano pa ba yung hindi Ano pa ba yung hindi? So pag ganyan, pag hindi minsan hindi ko lang alam kung bakit hindi nag-install si Pacman. Kasi iba kasi nag-install naman yata. I'm not hearing any problems from the others. So pag ganyan, you go back to the to the original na Ayan, may performance analytics na
Sir, check ko to, sir.
Oo, sige. Okay lang. Para naka-load na. Okay. So thank you, Rap. Thank you. That's
Yes, sir.
thank you for sharing your ganito class. I appreciate mga questions like this kasi we all learn from these questions. Natututo tayo. Okay. So let me share again my screen. Share screen. Okay. Share tayo. All right. Okay, bakit nga pala tayo nag-load nito mga to? Okay, nag-load ako nito kasi gusto kong sagutin itong mga itong mga questions na to, names, length, attributes, dimensions, no? Okay, but this is actually ahead of the discussion. Pero sige, gawin na natin to. So, sa dplyr may package, no? Data, may data na Star Wars. Okay, tingnan niyo to, no? Data, so ilalagay ko dito, if I want to access a data, ang code doon, data, and then, kung ano yung pangalan ng data. So, i-access ko, ilo-load ko yung Star Wars. And I know it's coming from dplyr kasi nakalagay dito. Or you can, of course, choose other, dito naman, CMS patient care, kay TidyR, etc. So, presidential, galing kay ggplot2. So, maraming, maraming, if I click, yan, if I click data, wala pang, kunyari, letter A. Okay, wala pa rin. Kunyari, AD, wala pa. Data, open parenthesis. Ayan. So, data, open and close parenthesis yan. Ang daming mga options coming from different packages. So, balikan natin yung data ni Star Wars. Okay, Star Wars is from dplyr. Notice I didn't type, hindi ko na tinype yung buong Star Wars, nag-tab na ako. Okay? So, automatic naglagay siya ng codes, pero hindi mo naman kailangan magra-run yan kung may codes or wala. No? Okay, so if I click this, Control Enter, lalabas dito, ano nakita nyo dito? Sa values natin. What do you see there? Star Wars,
Star
no?
Wars promise.
Promise pa lang, hindi pa siya naloload. So if you want to load it, ang function view, no? View and then Star Wars. Yan. Sa baba, Star Wars view. Alright, what happened? Okay, nagkaroon lang ng panibagong classification. Data na siya. Kanina nasa values lang siya. Okay, that's supposed to be the subject of, at least makapag-introduce lang tayo sa data structures. So if I click this, Star Wars, kita nyo siya, no? Okay? So meron tayong mga variable names at saka may mga rows tayo. So it's saying here that 1 to 13 out of 87 entries. So 87 rows to, 87 responses, 87 observations, 14 columns, 14 variables. Okay? All right, then we can take a look at the structure. STR means structure of Star Wars. Okay. Ano yung structure ni Star Wars? Control Enter. All right. Dito na, first natin mamimit yung term na data frame. Okay, dito. Go up here. All right. So you can see here that it's a data frame. Okay. And a special type of a data frame is called a table. Okay. Explain natin later on kung ano yung table in the course of this subject. But what's important is that this is a data frame. It's a special type of data frame called a tabular data frame, which is a table. There are 87 rows and 14 14 columns, no? Okay? And then makikita natin dito, dollar name, dollar height, dollar mass, dollar. That dollar means that this object name comes from Star Wars. And you cannot access this object na name unless you attach Star Wars to it. Okay? For example, kunin natin yung average ni height. Anong function ng average? Okay, so mean, no? Mean ni height. Ano mangyayari? Ano nga? Class, paki compute yung mean, yung average ni height. Si height kasi, 'di ba? Si height numeric yan eh. Tingnan niyo dito height is integer pa nga, no? Integer lang siya. If we can get also the mass, mean of mass. What do you get, class? The mean of height is how much? How much is the mean of height? Anyone?
Sir, paano po ulit?
Mean. The mean. Mean
Then,
of height. Yan.
nag-error.
Control enter nyo.
Parang nag-error po siya.
Nag-error? Yung iba, wala nakakuha?
Error, sir.
Yeah, error siya. Bakit? Kasi, tingnan natin yung mga objects natin. Dito sa mga objects, di ba, sa global environment natin, wala namang height dyan eh, di ba? Do we have an object here called height? None. Ang nare-recognize ni R, si A, si B, si X, which are all vectors, and si Star Wars, which is a data frame. There's no object called height. So, nung pinapakuha natin yung meaning height, sabi niya, ano yun? Hindi ko maintindihan yan. So, doon papasok yung dollar. So, ang gusto natin, Star Wars, dollar. Now, with that, makukuha na yung height kasi sinasabi natin yung object na ito na height coming from Star Wars yan. Sige, try nyo, class.
NA.
Ha?
NA siya sa akin, sir.
NA, okay. NA, alright. Tingnan natin ha. Nag-NA ba kayo?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bakit kaya nag-NA? Kasi very strict din si R, no? Okay, let's run this first. Summary. Pino natin yung summary ni Star Wars. Yung summary kasi ibibigay sa atin yung 5-number summary niya. Okay. Dami, no? Si height, asan na si height? Hanapin ko si height. Ito. Alright, tingnan nyo si height, no? Oops, ganito na lang. Summary, para yun lang ibibigay sa atin. Star Wars. Okay, dollar. Pag tinype ko yung dollar, tingnan nyo, lumalabas yung mga laman ni Star Wars, di ba? So I actually don't need to type height. I-click ko lang to. And then control enter and summary. Tingnan nyo, class. You have here the minimum 66, first quartile 167, median 180, mean 174. So medyo skewed to the left to kasi yung mean nasa bandang kaliwa ng median. Third quartile, maximum, and then merong NA. May missing na 6 values. Now si R, pag kumukuha ka ng descriptive statistics, kunyari, mean or standard deviation, tapos may mga NAs dyan, hindi niya i-compute yan. Okay? I-error niya yan. Ulitin natin mean ng kahit na Star Wars pa, the Star Wars, and then height, no? Yan, height. I-error na yan, NA. Kasi nga, may mga NAs tayo. So, in order to compute for the mean, okay, what we can do is Star Wars, okay, Star Wars, tapos height, dollar height, oops, sorry, mali. Dollar, yan, height, tab, and then, maglalagay ako ng NA, small letter, NA.rm. Okay, ano ibig sabihin ng NA.rm? NA remove is equal to T or is equal to true, di ba? Yung T, 2 din yan, di ba? So, ang sasabihin ko kay R, tanggalin mo nga yung mga NAs, NA.remove. Pag tinanggal yung mga NAs, let's see, nag-compute na siya ng mean. Alright? So we can also get the standard deviation. I-copy na lang natin yan. Notice class na access ko ulit yung mga previous, no? Hindi ko pwedeng ma-highlight to. And copy, hindi pa pwede. Yung mga previous na codes. If I want to go to a previous code, arrow up lang. Up. Nag-up arrow ako, no? So bumabalik yung mga dating codes. So balik ako dun sa dito. And then I'll just use SD, standard deviation. Standard deviation, 34.77. Okay, by the way, class, I suggest, sorry, nakalimutan ko sabihin sa inyo. Ang suggestion ko sa inyo, yung mga codes na linalagay ko dito sa console, pwede nyo ilagay na lang dito yan sa, sa source window. Kasi, mawawala itong sa console eh. Okay? And anyway, naka-video naman to if you want to review. Okay, kung nalagay nyo sa console, tapos na madi-delete later on, i-review nyo na lang yung video, tapos dito nyo ilagay sa source para ma-pre-preserve pa rin. Kasi pag nasa source yan, hindi mag-delete yan. Okay, kunyari, ito. Ano ko na to, i-sweep ko na. Nawala na yung wala na yung code. Although, ma-access ko pa rin yung mga previous. Arrow up, no? Doon pa rin siya. Pero yung wala na sa print dito, arrow down. Okay. Now, tingnan nyo, names. Okay, names is a function from the base R, kaya hindi na natin kailangan i-install yung package yan. And then, names ni Star Wars. Okay. Let's see, ano ba yung names? Alright, so ito yung mga names. Ito yung mga variables niya. Diba? 14 yun, diba? Itong 13 na to, ibig sabihin, pang number 13 tong vehicles na to. So yung starships, pang 14. So these are the variables that can be found in Star Wars. Names yun. Ano naman yung length? Length, tignan natin. Length of Star Wars, that will refer to the number of variables. 14. Okay? And then here we have attributes. Attributes ni Star Wars. Okay? Alright. So ang mga attributes niya, so this is all about data about the metadata refers to data about the data. So ang binigay niya sa atin, ano yung mga names, ano yung mga row names, no? Column names and row names. Alright, and then class, data frame siya. Okay, table data frame or table. No? Right, so that's the attributes. And then itong dimension. Ano naman itong dimension na to? Dimension, dim of Star Wars. It will give you the number of rows and columns. So 87 rows and 47 columns. That's the dimension. Okay. All right. So let's move on here. Makapagsimula lang tayo class nitong at least matapos natin tong vectors. No? All right. So there are ito yung mga data structure types. May vectors, may list, may matrices, may arrays, may factors, may data frames. Ang pinaka-importante sa atin itong data frame, yung tinignan natin kanina. Kasi yung mga data natin are usually in the form of data frames. Okay, what are vectors? A vector, it's the basic data structure in R. Okay? So atomic siya. Pag sinabing atomic, isang klase lang. Kunyari, characters lahat, numeric lahat, complex lahat, etc. Okay, take a look at this. Pag iisa lang laman, automatically, ano yan? Vector yan. Ito, A1, 5. Diba? In this case, we are assigning the value 5 to A1. Okay, i-run natin to. Okay, where will we find it? Andi dito siya, no? Nasa values natin. So lahat ng mga nasa values natin, they are mostly vectors. Okay? So itong A1, ang laman, isa lang laman niya, kaya atomic talaga yan. 5. Itong A1 pala, 5. Si B, isa lang din, isang integer. Okay? Now, let's take a look at this. Here we're creating an object called nums, and it consists of 1.13, negative 5.7. Diba? Yung C dito, ibig sabihin combine. Tapos dito, yung, diba, yung parenthesis dito, ibig sabihin print. So let's print this. print, tapos lumabas dito yung 1.13 and negative 5.7. Tapos yung object na nums, saan siya napunta? It went here to your values. Kasi si nums, vector yan. So yung mga pumapasok sa values are vectors. Sa data, this will be usually data frames, lists, or even arrays. No? Okay, tingnan nyo to, no? Nums, ito yung pangalan ng object. Numeric siya, di ba? Numeric nga ba siya? Yes. Tingnan natin yung class ni nums. Ba numeric siya? Kasi may mga decimal place. Okay? Are we clear about that, class, so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Extend lang ako ng konti, I hope I have your permission. No? Para medyo makover lang natin. At least umabot lang tayo sa some portions ni vectors, no? All right. So, how do we generate random numbers? There are different ways to generate random numbers. No? Kunyari, ito sabi, create an object, devs, with normally distributed random numbers, with mean is equal to 0 and standard deviation is equal to 1. There's a function called rnorm. Yan. Rnorm will generate random numbers. Okay, so let's call this devs. Okay, assignment operator alt minus and rnorm. Tingnan natin yung syntax ni rnorm. First is, okay, dito na muna, no? Mag-help muna tayo. Question mark rnorm. When you encounter a particular function na gusto mong malaman what that is all about, ang laking tulong talaga nitong help. No? Yan, ito class. Andito yung may dnorm, pnorm, qnorm, rnorm, etc. So this comes from the stats package. And na-access natin siya, yung rnorm, kasi si stats, di ba, preloaded na yan. So rnorm, okay, sabi dito, this is the formula for a normal distribution. This is the normal distribution density function. Si rnorm, okay, tingnan natin kung ano yung explanation ni rnorm dito. Na-explain ba niya? Okay, ito. Rnorm, no? Si rnorm, sabi dito, ang ano niya, ang syntax, n, n, and then mean is equal to 0, standard deviation is equal to 1. Ang ibig sabihin nitong mean is equal to 0, standard deviation is equal to 1, mag-generate siya ng random numbers na ang average 0 at saka standard deviation is equal to 1. Which, if you recall, anong klaseng normal distribution pag ang mean 0 and standard deviation is equal to 1? Diba standard normal distribution? Okay. So, n here means ilang numbers. Okay, so gamitin natin to. Okay. Rnorm, mag-generate tayo ng 100 random numbers. And then mean is equal to 0. And then SD is equal to 1. Okay. So this function will now create a set of random numbers where 100 numbers siya, where the mean is equal to 0 and the standard deviation is equal to 1. Actually, kung hindi natin ilagay itong mean sa standard deviation na 0 and 1, automatically, by default, mean pa rin na 0 and standard deviation is equal to 1. Yan ang ibig sabihin nito na linagay niya dito yan. Okay, it's the same as this one or yung kanina. No? Okay, then let's have this printed na lang para mas mabilis tayo. Put it in parentheses. Alright? So run natin to nag-run siya dito. No? Nag-generate siya ng 100 random numbers. How do I know 100 ito? Pang 100 to. Okay. Do we have the same numbers, class?
No, sir.
No. Kasi randomized to, di ba? Randomized to, talaga magkakaiba tayo. Okay, pero let's check, no? Kunin natin yung mean ni devs. Di ba may object na tayo na devs, di ba? Saan nga pala napunta si devs? Anong class of object siya? Nasa data ba siya? Data frame ba siya? Or vector? It's a vector. Yan, devs, so. Bakit? Kasi pare-parehong numerical yan. Diba? Mga numerical lahat yan. And vectors consist of one or more data types na pare-pareho. Ito numeric lahat yan. Kaya ang tawag dyan vector, kaya dito siya pumunta sa values or vectors. No? Okay. So let's get the mean of devs. So, di ba? Well, hindi masyadong malapit sa zero. Close enough. Standard deviation ni devs. Okay? So, malapit na sa 1, no? So, it's not really that close to zero. The reason is, maliit lang yung natin, sample size. Pero kung dagdagan natin yan, no? Dadagdagan ko siya. Dagdagan ko siya. Alright? Tapos hindi ko ipiprint para hindi mag-print ng mahaba dito. Gawin natin 10,000. Okay, 10,000 observations, no? All right, if I run this, hindi siya magpiprint devs. Pero andi dito siya, no? Devs. 10,000 yung observations. And then I go here to console, arrow up. Asa na nawala si min. At hindi ko nakuha si min. Alright, min ni devs. Okay. Ngayon, mas medyo malapit na siya sa 0. Kanina 0.13. Ngayon 0.01, no? And the standard deviation of devs is okay. Ito mas malapit, no? 1.006. So the higher observations that you put here, the more it will really be close to a mean of ano. Okay, ngayon, paano kung gusto natin na pare-pareho tayong random numbers? We can use this function, set.seed. Okay? Set.seed and assign a number to it. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so set.seed, tapos mag-generate tayo ng devs, alright? And then, okay? And then, lagay natin dito head, devs, at saka tail, devs. Okay, let's take a look at this. Yung head devs, ibibigay niya sa atin yung first 6 observations. Yung tail naman, the last 6. Okay, so let's run this. Ito lang, itong 4 na to. Here. So highlight natin itong 4 na to. This one. So set.seed 1, 2, 3, 4. Devs na R norm na 10,000. Okay. Head ng devs and tail ng devs. Control enter. Okay. So let's take a look at that. Okay. Now we have the same. Yung first 6, negative 1.2, 0.277, 1.08. Do we have the same values, class? And yung last 6 to, 1.2048, ang pinaka-last 0.7764. Paki-chat nga please if we have the same values.
Yes, sir. The same.
Yes, okay, good. So pare-pareho tayong Pare-pareho tayong observations na. Pareho na yung data natin. Okay, so then what is the mean and dito pwede natin lagay mean of devs and then semicolon standard deviation in devs. So this is our command. Pahanap natin si mean and standard deviation. Control enter. All right, it will generate now. It will print. Ito yung mean 0.006, so practically 0. Ang standard deviation niya 0.987, so very close to 1 din. No? Okay, of course, if you want a different mean, kunyari mean of 50, standard deviation of 2, ganyan gagawin yun. Ganyan. Pero pag ang default nga niyan, 0 or 1. 0 mean standard deviation 1. And we said that pwede na hindi isulat yan. Kasi default yan. Alright, now generate the 5-number summary. Di ba naalala nito? No, summary. Summary ni devs. Okay? Summary ni devs is, yan, bibigay sa atin ito, no? Yan. Minimum, maximum, first quartile, second quartile, which is the median, the third quartile, plus, isasama niya si mean. You notice na si median at saka si mean halos magkapareho. It signifies that indeed medyo may pagka normally distributed yung data natin. In fact, tingnan natin yung histogram. No? Histogram muna histogram ni devs. Okay? Let's take a look if indeed it will look like, yan, tignan nyo. Diba mukhang normally distributed nga siya. Okay? Clear so far, class?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so ito, tapusin lang natin to ha. Tingnan natin yung class ni Devs. Anong class ba si Devs? What do you think? The answer should be numeric yan, no? Ano yung length niya? Ang length ng isang vector will just be the number of observations. Ang length niya is 10,000. Okay, ano yung mode niya? Mode of Devs, okay? It will be numeric, no? Type of, alam natin na double yan, di ba? Type of Devs, that will be double. And then structure ni Devs, str. Okay? Since vector lang yan, no? It will just give us numeric siya, 1 to 10,000, and then the first few observations. Unlike kapag vector, di ba kanina yung structure ni Star Wars, no? Yan, iba. Kasi ano to eh, data frame to eh. So pag hinanap namin yung nating structure, i-identify niya pati yung mga variables, no, that is found here. Which of course is not present kapag vector lang yan. Kasi ang vector, iisang ano lang naman yan. Iisang element, no? Okay. Okay, for this one, ito, bahala na kayo dito ha. Kayo na lang gumawa. Devs 2 daw, with mean of 90 and standard deviation of 5. Normal distribution. So, ganun din yung kanina, no? Ganun din, R norm. Okay? So, just replace this by mean 90 and standard deviation is equal to 5. Okay? If you want na pare-pareho tayo, dapat magsiset that seed tayo. Okay. So, ito, ano lang natin, distinguish lang natin to, no? Si G, in-identify natin 1 to 10, G1, colon 1 to 10. Anong difference nila? What's the difference? So, check natin to. Let's run everything. Okay. So, print, no? G consists of identifying 1 to 10. Linis niya 1 to 10. Tapos si G1 naman, ito, 1 to 10, yung from 1 up to 10, yung colon. You notice, ang class ni G, numeric. So kapag nagko-concatenate ka ng mga numbers na ganito, numeric yan. Pero kapag 1 colon 10, integer yan. You can see the difference. Ang class ni G will be numeric. And then, class ni G is, teka muna. Class ni G is dapat, but double. Dapat yung, hindi, type na to, no? Sorry, type na. Type ni G is double, type ni G1 is integer, and then the length of G is 10, kasi 10 observations. Okay, so very simple lang yan, no? Tapos ganun din to class, integer. So, integer vectors. So, vector to kasi pare-pareho silang integers. Let's see. Diba? 1L, 2L, 3L, 4L, those are integers. Class ni K, integer. Type of ni K, integer din. Okay, so ganun lang yung mga vectors class, pare-pareho. Alright, how about this? We're creating this object called let. Okay, and let is consists of A, B, C, D, E. Yan. So ang class niyan, character yan. Ang type niyan, character. Okay. Pwede ba na itong mga to, yung A, B, C, gawin nating integer? Okay, kasi dito, nagre-create ako ng let1, no? And then, can I make this as an integer? Si let? Of course, hindi pa pwede. Kasi, ano yan eh, di ba? Ano yan? Characters. Paano magiging integer yan? Hindi pa pwede. Alright? So, let's stop here kasi medyo, alam kong pagod na rin kayo, no? Okay? So, let's stop here. Let me stop recording muna. Oops. Dali. Stop recording.